Welcome to Tubbie Talk. We're a group of nerdy best friends hop online to talk about everything life, parenthood, gaming, and probably embarrass themselves. Alrighty, welcome back to Tubbie Talk. Welcome to our Sweet 16 episode. I am here with my co-hosts, Trevor.
What up?
Kennedy.
Holla.
And Sierra.
Yo.
Oh, let's go.
So, in case you weren't aware, our topic today is sports.
Represent.
Sports ball.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy.
Obviously, first disclaimer of tonight, we are not by any means sports pros.
Commentators.
We don't know much. We are not a sports podcast. But tonight we shall dabble a little bit. So hopefully everyone's excited and we're glad to have you.
You guys checked the game out last night. Did you see that? That was wild.
All that
I don't know
game.
why did your voice get like 10 times deeper?
Because it's sports, baby.
It has to. All of us have to talk in an octave lower this episode.
I think I'll keep this the whole episode.
Good luck with that.
Wow. Yes.
I will have some voice cracks. That's just normal. Doctor hasn't been able to figure that out yet.
You would announce what's happening in the game like 5 seconds behind.
Sports announcer.
Oh
I
my
could do
goodness.
It would just flow though. The goal would happen.
Well, not with this voice. My normal voice. Oh my gosh, they got away with that one.
This is so weird.
All right. So today's topic is sports. And we're going to talk a little bit about what it means to each of us, personal experience, what it'll look like for our kids. And the big topic is going to be playing sports versus watching sports. So to start off today, as everyone knows, I love me a little game.
Yay!
So sports are our game. Huh.
Okay.
Today's game is going to be guess the sport this terminology is from.
Oh,
okay.
So I would say we have a pretty decent mix of sports players in here, so we'll know some of these. So I'll try to go off from good to best, and when you guess, you can get bonus points by knowing what it actually means. So there's going to be guess what sports it's from, and then what does it actually mean?
Okay.
There's a double whammy. All right, so the first one we're going to start off with, and if you know the term for sure, let everyone else in the group guess, because I think it'd be interesting to see if everyone can get it.
I'm so competitive. I'll do my best.
All right, so the first one for the listeners and viewers is nutmeg.
I know it for sure.
I put that in my coffee.
I definitely don't know.
You don't know? Shame her.
Do you want to take a guess?
Shame.
Yeah.
No.
Nutmeg.
No.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Nutmeg. Is this an official thing, or is it like? Okay.
I've done it. It's happened to me.
That was sincerely going to be my question. Is it a legit, or is it
like
smack talk that the players just
right?
made up?
Like, is this like slang, or is this like an actual
like
technical
is it in the terminology book?
It's in the football terminology for Europe. Mm-hmm. They have it in rule number 12.
I mean, these are so popular that
this is slang.
Slang is
it's slang.
It's law.
A known term.
Yeah, we're not gonna get if it's in the book
okay,
for the refs.
I'll just guess basketball.
What do you think it is in basketball?
Yeah, keep going,
I
Sarah.
don't
What is
wanna,
it in basketball?
No, everyone's gonna have to do this if they don't know something.
Okay.
Just ridicule them. Okay, got it.
Yeah, just burn it into
I
it.
don't even know what the
Dummy.
normal things in basketball are.
So just make
Just
something
like,
up. What do you think a nutmeg is?
I think it's when you run up next to someone and just tap the ball out of their hand.
Oh, okay, that
Just
ball.
nutmeg
Yeah,
it
the ball.
out.
I
Yeah.
thought it was gonna be two separate.
You got
No.
nutmeg.
You just
she said tap too.
you just lightly tap it.
Nutmeg.
All right. Who wants to give us the official answer?
Kennedy, go for it.
It is when you sneak a ball between someone's legs in soccer, and they do a weird like ooh, like ooh.
Wait, it's just kicking the ball through someone's legs.
Yeah, it's like getting it through their legs and then getting around them or passing
And
it through their legs. Yeah.
It's horrible if it's done to you. It's like that should never happen.
It's so embarrassing.
It's
embarrassing.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shame.
All right.
The
Good,
name too.
good way to go for it,
Nutmeg.
Sierra. Though. I love it.
Yeah, honestly.
If we ever play basketball, I'm gonna nutmeg you so hard.
No nutmegs.
Get nutmegged. You just have to drop the ball.
Yeah.
I love it. We'll make up our own rules.
Exactly.
Okay. So the next one is slashing.
I know it.
Oh, everyone knows. I don't know.
Oh, make her do it again.
Don't do this to me.
I didn't know if Kennedy would know this for sure, so.
Oh, yeah.
She does.
I've made her watch enough of it.
Hockey. It's hockey.
Yeah, you're right. What is it in hockey?
Slashing?
Yeah.
I don't know. It brings to mind very violent vibes.
He's pretty violent.
Yes,
on the right track.
Good vibe check.
Is it like when you whack the stick out of someone else's hand?
Yes, or like hit their wrist or hand or something like that. But yes, when you hit them with your stick, pretty much. You're right.
Good
Nice.
job. Maybe you do deserve to wear that
Yeah, she
hat.
picked up on the
Thank
what up?
you.
Yeah.
It is the most recent live sports event I've been to, so maybe that's why.
Yes.
Over a year ago. All right, next.
All right, we're 2 for 2. Next up is hat trick.
All right. Yes.
Does that only
And-
apply to one sport?
No.
So there's actually interesting. Okay, so Sierra, you start, and then Kennedy, I want you to see if you can guess the other sport that is from.
Can I just guess the sport?
Go guess the sport.
I mean, is it baseball? Okay, well, they're the only ones that wear hats during the game.
Okay, tell us what you think it is in baseball, please.
Something to do with a hat.
They
do a
trick.
Doing a hat trick.
Dude, a hat trick. They start spinning their hat. They have little propellers.
It's when they just flick the little propeller on the top of their hat when they get bored during the game. Yeah, I won't say that.
Try. You have 3 guesses because you have.
Oh gosh.
You have multiple chances to get this right because there's multiple sports this is in.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, how mean are we
Soccer?
being?
Yeah,
You're right.
Good
Yeah.
job.
Is it like some sort of ball trick?
No,
No.
it's actually a good guess. Kennedy, tell us what it is.
Oh, yes. It's when you score 3 goals by yourself. Or when you make 3 goals in a game.
Oh,
Hat trick.
Got it. That doesn't make sense, but okay.
I don't I don't know what the hat comes from. Like, are they technically supposed to be headers? Like, I don't know. I just knew it was 3 goals and it's like,
Well,
It's just three.
what's the other sport that it's in?
Well, hockey. But Danny,
I
I
was
got one
gonna
to
say,
go
is it
back for
hockey?
you. What's a Gordie Howe hat trick?
See, I don't even know who that is.
Yeah.
Mm,
Kennedy, do you know what it is?
is it, so when you score a hat trick in hockey, you do like a Gordie Howe pose? Is it a slide
No.
thing? I don't know.
No. Gordie Howe hat trick is a goal, an assist, and a fight on one match.
Oh.
Just 1 goal, 1 assist, 1 fight.
Correct.
Got it. Interesting.
I feel like
Thing you had to fight 3 times in the match.
You
Like,
had to
oh.
fight 3 times. You would be expelled from the game, I think, if you were in 3 fights. They'd be like, "Yeah, dude, you're done if you're just
oh
gonna
my
fight."
God.
Interesting. We're learning. Good job, everyone.
Wow, so condescending.
Okay, so they're gonna start getting a little. No, this one's still easy. So next one is Hail Mary.
I know this one.
I mean, that applies to life.
Honestly.
I thought that was like, yeah. This is football. When you
Okay.
go for it, when you maybe shouldn't. It's like a last resort. Like you're just like going for the touchdown.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Good job.
Pretty concise,
Nice.
actually.
Kennedy, you knew that, right?
I didn't know that. No.
Oh.
Yes.
No, we're
Fair.
supposed to find the person who
Yeah.
doesn't know it. So the next time everyone.
Okay, sorry. I just assumed everyone knew it. Sorry.
She got so
No, that
excited.
would've-
I got
would've
excited
been
that I
my
knew
guess.
one.
So, like a Hail Mary, you send it. I
Yeah,
would've-
yeah.
like Trevor said, that applies to life.
Yeah, it's kind of a
Just own it,
well,
you go.
Yeah.
Does that term comes from football, but people apply it to life,
Or
right?
maybe, or vice
or
versa.
the other way around.
I don't know. Which came first? The chicken or the
Google
egg?
it. Ask
Yeah.
GPP.
Okay.
Or
the
our
next
listeners.
one. Hang 10.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I know what this is from.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
No, I'm sick of guessing.
Trevor, can anyone of you guys?
Trevor, you go.
Sierra, do you know what it is?
I definitely know what it is.
Okay, isn't it when you dunk in basketball and you hang on?
No.
No?
You're just hanging there for 10 seconds.
No, like all 10 like digits. You hang on.
Waiting.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, that's a good guess.
Maybe it is, but that's not
Okay,
what I'm
what's your
thinking
guess?
of.
Is it from surfing?
Yeah.
I don't know what,
I thought it
though.
could have. Okay.
So if Sierra knows, she can.
I think I know what it is. Is it not when you have like your toes off of the board? Like all 10 toes hanging off?
Wait.
Little sharks come nibble.
I think that is what it is.
I'm
Is it
pretty
not?
sure it is. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure it is. I
You
don't
don't
know.
even know.
Let me look it up. Well, because
Just to verify, because we look really not smart.
yeah, it's specifically over the front of the board.
Okay.
Oh,
But, yeah,
scary.
that's a good
Wait,
guess.
where it
Good
comes to like a
guess.
point or they're like,
Yeah.
you're like little toes are off?
It's like
Like
the
a
penguin.
penguin.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, that's impressive. So.
that is.
It
Yeah,
is,
that's
it is.
scary.
Makes sense.
Okay, who knows
I still feel like
what
it's basketball.
a deke is? I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right.
A deke?
D-E-K-E.
Deke?
No.
I think I do.
Don't know. Do you want to
'Cause
try to guess? Because I don't think
I've
any of
used
us
it.
know.
I think I've done it.
Okay.
Like that's
Okay.
why I'm confused. Like I've
What
used
is
it
it?
in like the sport. So like in soccer, deking someone out. Like you're like making a little move to get around someone. Like it's a little trick to get around. Like you deke
Deke
them.
or juke?
Well, no,
It's
I
a-
deke.
Juking.
A deke.
Yeah.
Deke's also a good word, but Trevor is technically right. It's interesting because I thought it was from hockey.
It could be.
It's
I mean, it's just
probably the
hockey
same
and soccer
thing.
have a lot of similarities, right?
Interesting.
Like it's the goalkeepers. The point system is pretty similar. Like they have a lot of similarities. Only one's on blades and you can fight.
But yes, I think deke is like a little. I think deke is more so for hockey because like you can get someone out of position easier than like a juke. A juke is simply you just beat them. But good job. Next up
Good job.
is ace.
Oh,
It's a poker term.
Maybe.
How out of left field are you getting?
This isn't too left field.
Is it
This is,
baseball?
I believe this is actually in multiple sports too.
I guess
Ace.
baseball.
I'm guessing pool.
Oh, that's right, pool.
Is pool
Oh.
a sport?
I think
That's why I'm saying
technically-
how left field are we getting? Because like he might is
No,
he
Yeah, 'cause
this
it's
considering?
isn't
like
a left field.
ping pong. Okay.
Okay.
No,
like
wait,
ace
hold
is-
on. Is that
or is it
tennis?
Is it tennis?
Yeah. Okay.
We
Yeah.
got there.
Now it's interesting because it's technically tennis and volleyball.
Oh, I
Mm.
forgot about
This is
volleyball.
whenever you're serving.
Right.
Okay. Yes, I
Yes,
remember
okay,
now.
that's where I've
Kennedy
heard it before.
Was also on the right track because baseball, I'm pretty sure they call their best pitcher an ace. I'll look that up real quick. But I'm
Okay.
pretty sure that is. So that one had like it was a little bit tougher, but it had a multiple
Yeah.
different options for you guys.
Nice.
All right, next one.
Is this the last one?
No, these are so fun.
Oh my gosh.
I'll do a couple more.
Let's do like 2
You're
or 3
good.
more.
Okay. Do you guys know what deuce is?
I do it every day.
Yeah. No, that's
I don't think
tennis.
so.
But which point is it?
You gotta let us guess.
Oh,
Kennedy.
I
Have you
know
guys
that
not
from
played
Wii
Wii
Sports.
Sports?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I thought we were just. But which one is it? Is it when you make the first point or the
Probably
Deuce is
second.
when
Which
you're
one's
tied
love?
at it's deuce
No,
is when you're
love
tied.
is no. Oh no, all is when you're tied. 3 all.
What? When you're both at 40 and it's like a deuce.
Yes,
I believe.
correct.
Yes.
Yeah, when it's a tie at 40 specifically.
Okay.
That's my understanding.
Oh,
It's a tie,
cool.
like a max tie.
Good job. Good job. Next one is getting a little harder. Is a dime.
Golf?
Good guess.
I
But
don't know. I don't know.
Mm.
This is popular sports, basketball.
Oh, Okay.
Not gonna have
Oh.
us guess and make a thing up, Danny, anymore.
Well, I want you guys to make a guess up now that you have, because you can't really make a guess when it's just like who knows what it is. So
Sure you can.
basketball. Guess what a dime is?
Is that when you huck the ball from the other side of the court and make it? I don't know.
Is it when you get 10 points or something? Like in a row?
No, not really.
Oh.
Dime? A dime is when the people in the front row seats start throwing their change at you because you're doing so horribly. They just start chucking. Look out, Kobe! Here's a quarter and a dime.
A
Boom,
dime is actually it's a positive term. It means an assist.
Oh,
Interesting.
So when you throw a dime, it's like a really good assist. So that's why Kennedy. What's funny because when you say like when they chuck the ball, sometimes like they'll chuck it down court.
Oh yeah.
And they alley-oop it, and that's considered a dime. So
okay.
So like when the person who alley-oops it, does he have a quarter?
I think it's a $50.
That's a full dollar.
It's a
It's a full dollar. Dollar bill, son.
Alrighty. Next up is going to be turkey.
This is bowling.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. I was like, I
You
know
are
this
correct.
one.
This is bowling.
What is it in
I was
bowling?
siphoning
I
through all of
don't
the.
know what it is in bowling.
Take a guess.
Is it when you have a certain amount of pins left? Like 4 pins or
Technically,
something?
yes, when you have no pins left 3 times in a row.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Three
Got
strikes.
it.
So do you guys know what the second one is? The one below turkey?
Double?
Mm-hmm.
It goes sports coming in
I
handy.
know. I'm seeing
Double.
the wing.
Turkey. Yes.
Like the
Yeah,
little
you can
thing.
picture the gold and the
With
white
the little,
background
like,
popping
with
up.
the
Yeah,
bowling
like
balls
shooting.
on either
Yeah.
side. The replay.
Oh, man.
Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to sort these in order of toughness. So
Eventually, we have to actually talk about sports.
Yes,
we
yes.
can't just
I know,
do this the whole
20
time.
minutes
this is so much
This is the
fun. It's
episode.
so
Give
interesting. I
us
feel like
like one of the hardest ones.
people are learning. I only have 3 more.
Okay.
Okay.
This is worth it. This is school, guys. Tubbie Talk school
People
time.
are learning.
Okay.
TTST.
Time.
So have you guys heard of an albatross?
The bird.
It's a song.
It's a bird. It's a song. It's a.
No, I don't know what the hell an albatross
It
is.
is a song.
What?
It is a bird with a massive wingspan too.
Yes.
Okay, quickly before we lose it, can we think of any other terms of birds in sports?
Like golf.
So golfing.
birdie.
Yes.
So is it a massive like?
Are you like positive, like 20 points? Or you're like, dude, I albatross today, bro. Like, it was not good. Can't wait for hockey season to start up again. I stopped albatrossing.
Freaking
So
condor.
an eagle is a hole in 1, a birdie is 2, but an albatross is 3 under par. So
Eagle's not a hole in one.
or
I
an
thought-
eagle's what is it?
One
Eagle's
above
like
par.
one above.
One above par, probably.
Is it one above?
I think
thought
so.
it was-
I don't know.
It's not a hole in one. That's
I
what a
don't-
hole in one is.
Very
Hmm.
true.
Eagle is like one or one below par.
I think one.
But birdie,
one-
I think it's one
Maybe
below
it's
Birdie's
par.
two.
birdie, eagle,
I think it's birdies
albatross.
one, Eagles 2
No, wait,
below
where's
par.
par? Okay.
Albatross is like you never even hit the puck; it just somehow was in the hole.
The puck is called a ball.
Okay, we gotta keep moving.
Golfing with hockey pucks. That's scary.
Trevor's just mixing them all
That's
together.
an albatross right there when you use a hockey puck.
When you
That's albatross.
take a hockey puck and hit it with your driver.
You hit it off the rink onto.
Boom!
Oh my
Oh.
Can
gosh.
you imagine playing hockey with golf clubs? Dude, slashing would be murder.
Oh
Disaster.
no. Oh.
Okay.
He
Okay.
giggled. Danny's giggling.
The albatross is a ridiculous term.
It is,
That is
right?
wild.
That
That's
is-
a prison on some island, isn't it?
Okay. Next one is. Have you guys heard and one?
And one.
Mm-hmm.
In a
I
one.
don't
In
know.
a two.
I'm-
In a one.
It's dance. Kennedy's right. It's a dance move.
Have you heard of a 5, 6, 7, 8?
I've heard of 2, 3, and 4.
This sounds like a Jeopardy bit.
Oh my gosh.
What is
And
5,
one.
6, 7, 8?
Oh,
What do you mean
man.
and one?
And 1. Give me a guess. Anyone give me a guess?
And one.
It's
And there was one. I don't know.
give you a guess. It's when you're in golf and your little cart boy, the bag boy, comes over, grabs your golf ball, and like cleans it for you. It's like, and one.
Mhm,
You're
I
like getting ready
agree.
to swing.
That's
And
a little bit
one.
off.
And two.
Or maybe it's when
and
in baseball, like they
three.
get to the first thing, and they got one.
And
They ran one and one. They got the first base
Oh.
and one.
me too.
I don't think that reels up. That's baseball.
They
That's
got
how they
second and
count.
first base.
That's just counting.
Oh my gosh.
Or it's in football when they make it exactly 1 yard. And one. Good job, everyone. Let's go second round.
And commercial break.
Yep. This is gonna be in the highlights for sure.
Oh man. Okay,
So,
enlighten us. What is
and
it?
1 is actually from basketball.
Okay.
And it's
what is wrong
when
with
you
basketball?
score and get fouled at the same time.
What?
Interesting.
So
That's
you make the basket and you also get to take a foul shot.
No wonder
oh,
NBA
I
is dropping
see.
viewership.
It's like a +1.
That is just lame.
Okay.
And one.
Okay. Now for
that
the
makes
last
sense because
one,
they only get one free if they make it and they get fouled, they only get one free throw. That makes sense. Okay.
the
Oh.
last one, this is a little more out of pocket, but it was just so funny. Catch a crab.
I don't even want to tell you what I thought of.
I just thought of a man flying through the air. I don't know why.
It's in the sport of I don't
My
know.
mind went straight to the gutter.
Oh gosh.
It is from more of like an Olympic sport.
Gymnastics?
No,
Catch
think
a
of like
crab. Is it
water
track and
sports.
field? Water sports.
Swimming?
You grab a crab, make me go
You
faster.
see an
It's not-
extra little crab at the bottom of the pool, and you have to dive down and grab it, and then you get extra points at the
Catch
end.
a crab.
Oh
Some
my
bonus
gosh.
points.
Catch a crab. Is it diving?
No.
Is it
I
like
got
Water polo.
outdoors?
Water polo when all their feet come out of the water.
That's
And
They're
not
upside
polo.
down.
That's
That's-
dancing.
Oh,
That's
synchronized
swimming.
Synchronized
swimming.
swimming,
Synchronized
yeah.
Thank you.
Water polo.
If you're doing
I don't know. I
water
thought they were the
polo,
same. I didn't know they were. What's water
If
polo?
water polo
It's
and your feet
polo
are in the
in the
air, that is
water.
not something is bad.
Like Marco
going terribly
Polo?
Wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Marco Polo. So water polo is Marco Polo.
No.
What is happening?
I don't know what polo is.
Okay, so I'll
I thought
tell
it
you
was a kind of
guys.
shirt.
So catch a crab is actually from rowing. When your oar
Oh.
gets stuck in the water. And I have heard this one because my dad used to row for college.
And he
So-
told you,
Oh.
listen, son, there's something called catch a crab.
If
I
there's
just
one
I
thing you
watched
should
rowing
know.
because of him.
Oh,
So
okay.
I've heard
That's
the term
cool
before.
though.
Interesting.
First grade for
That
Danny.
makes
All right, we're
sense.
gonna learn about rowing
So
today.
when your oar gets stuck, you're just like, catch a crab.
You're like, oh, I caught a crab.
I don't know if you say
The whole
it.
rowing team is like, catch a crab.
They have to repeat it.
Come
Catch
on,
a
man.
crab. Ew.
Oh.
Pass it on.
Or
Oh
or it
my-
could be like a, you know how like in theater they say like break a leg? It's like catch a
Catch a
crab.
crab.
Catch a
With the
crab.
finger guns.
But like you're saying it so you don't do it.
Right, it's like break a leg is like a good
Oh.
luck.
Yeah.
Catch a crab,
crab?
man.
I
Oh my
can't wait for
gosh.
us to nutmeg the crab someday in our life.
Watch
oh
out,
my
crab.
gosh.
Well, I hope you guys learned a little bit.
Did. Thank you for listening to
Learned a
today's
lot,
episode.
Yeah.
Now you're all know about sports. Congrats.
Yay,
That's all there is to it.
Perfect.
I mean, in all
30
seriousness,
minutes, Danny. We're
sports
there.
is like a bunch of terminology. Like it's a tough thing to get into. And I think
Yeah.
that's a good segue to sports being very divisive, right? You either into them or you're not.
Mm.
And I wanted to ask just very quickly, very brief, how did you all get introduced to sports and what sports?
Who's
Karate and soccer, and then hockey. My parents put me in that as far as I can remember, and I had no complaints.
You were in hockey?
No, hockey was introduced to family.
You were in karate?
Yeah, I did karate, and then
Why have I never seen you use your karate moves?
Probably
You're not
Right.
breaking
Yeah.
into the house.
oh, I unplugged my headphones. That's how skilled at karate I am. I'm the best karate. I was green stripe,
I mean,
but I do feel like everyone does belts differently. So it was like it was about 6 belts in there. But here you go. You ready for this? Ready?
I mean, this is okay.
I had in the karate Olympics for children in Michigan. I had the loudest ki. So like, yeah, as you can tell, I'm loud. So like, and I had the 3rd fastest punch, which you just witnessed.
Wow! Congratulations.
So the ki into the boom. Boom! And you don't want to swing because like that takes too long. You just
Your
want to quick
form is
boom,
impeccable.
boom.
Got it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Didn't know that about you.
I broke boards with my feet.
Okay.
Hard. Anyways, it was fun.
Oh, wow. Thank
and then
you.
soccer, and then I like hockey to watch, and that's just a family sport. We all liked watching it.
Nice.
Wow.
That was quick enough for you?
Yeah, great. Thank you. I love the demonstration. If everyone can do a demonstration along with it, I would really appreciate
Oh
it.
gosh.
I'm gonna break some things in my house by accident. Let's see. I did soccer, basketball, track. I think that's it. Everyone played soccer in my family, so I had to do it. And then my dad and mom thought I was fast, so I got put into track.
Nice.
Basketball, I don't know.
Did
I
you
was
like
put in
it?
I mean, no.
Oh.
Like I was put into it as a kid, and then in middle school, I was like, why not? And then I didn't know what I was doing, and I somehow made the A team though, which was the better team.
Nice.
I love how there was reasoning to put you in
Accidentally.
soccer. There was like, everyone's doing it. You got to do it. You're fast. You'll be in track. Basketball. Why not?
You do it.
Might as
Yeah.
well.
I have no idea.
Nice. I didn't do sports. I did dance, but I went to a couple baseball games at Dodger
I did-
Stadium throughout my life, and that was fun with my family.
That is cool though. I'd say dance
Yeah.
is a sport.
Yeah, do you not consider dance a sport?
Dance
Here
is
we
a
go.
sport. However, it is not a team sport. So I was never on a team. And my studio didn't even have a dance team because it was kind of small. So like I never really had that like team experience. I did dance like with a partner, but like that's not that's kind of different. So
No, I
yeah,
gotcha.
definitely not versed in that, but I don't know. It's interesting to me. I think sports are a great thing to do. I just didn't do it. I did try out for softball or t-ball when I was like 4.
Ooh, fun.
And I was the only girl there, even though it was a co-ed team, and the coach said I was good, but then one kid punched me and then I never wanted to go back.
Oh my
So I
god.
did it.
Yeah.
That was it.
That's tragic.
Punch them back?
I don't think I knew what to do. I was just like, what is happening to me? And then I was like, I want to go home. And my parents were like, okay.
gosh.
we can
There,
go
I'll
home.
help you. Here I come.
Oh my
If
god.
only you
Oh.
had Trevor's screaming.
Yeah.
Oh, if only he was there. Oh,
Oh my
gosh.
gosh. So I was in a decent amount of sports when I was younger. I think the most prominent ones was probably soccer, basketball, baseball, all the basic things as a kid, volleyball.
Mhm.
I didn't do karate, unfortunately. Apparently I was missing out.
Yeah.
You did miss out
You
on
could
some
have had
good
a
stuff.
good Kia.
You didn't have number 1 ki in the children's
No
Olympics
Ki.
for
No,
ki?
California was a little bit bigger, so maybe
I should go grab my trophy and show you guys.
with your
Believe
with a
you.
green stripe.
Green, yep, I was green stripe belt. That's
I don't
like
know what that
Stripe
means.
belt?
Yeah, no one did, but I had it.
Great.
It was
It's
a
better than
special belt
orange.
for
And orange
Trevor.
stripe. I had green and then green stripe.
So the first topic of discussion is I want to talk about sports. What do you guys consider a sport? What is not a sport? I will read the definition really quick and then pass it off to you. Definition of sport, according to Google, is an activity involving physical exertion and skill in which an individual or team competes against each other for entertainment.
There you
Hunger
go.
Games.
Okay. Yes, the Hunger Games. That's a great sport.
Love that sport.
That's a big size here. You do not like Hunger Games?
No, I was just thinking. I was just thinking because I don't know. It's like that's why I feel like, and I feel like people are going to be like, just because something is not a sport doesn't mean it's not impressive or great. But like, I don't necessarily think dancing is a sport all the time because it's not always competitive. Like dance is like a performance art more so than like a sport in the sense that like you sometimes you just dance to entertain and not to win, if that makes sense. Like it's rare that you're dancing to win as far as
I mean,
That's a fair point.
so I don't know.
I struggle with that because like a lot of sports have recreational, non-competitive leagues.
But you're still playing in that situation, someone still wins.
Like you have
Yes.
an opponent.
Yeah.
Like dance, I guess it can be like both. Like going to a ballet, it is a performance. Like you're watching
Right.
art
And if you
take place
make
on
it
stage.
if you do it professionally, you almost never compete. You're mostly just performing.
Yeah, but then there's
it's an
like
art.
competitive ballroom dancing, at least from
Right.
I feel like what I've seen, where there's Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah,
So it's like
that is the thing.
it can do
That's true.
both.
Ballroom dancing, there are professionals who compete. So that's a good point.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes me think of like movies because like that's I don't even know how I'm tying this together, but it makes me think of like movies because like dancing is like an entertainment, like something you watch and like entertain, and you wouldn't consider like a like it's entertainment, but it's like one of those things I think it can be entertainment and a sport.
Yeah.
Well,
I
it can
think it can be
almost be
both.
a
It's both.
sport to become a professional, like because I know
Yes.
there's super high competition, so it's
That's
almost like a
true.
sport to win to be the professional.
That's true. That's interesting.
I think sports can really be up to interpretation. Like there's so many different sports out there. Sports I don't even know that exist. Sports in other countries I've never even heard of. Like so like to me like the idea of classifying something as a sport is kind of difficult because you can make anything a sport.
Yeah, I
Then
think just
is anything a sport if everything is a
No,
sport?
not everything. Not because like I mean even eating is a sport though, right? Like you can make eating a sport.
oh my gosh.
Should
So it's
you
almost
know?
like no.
Then you have like
Yeah.
esports.
Yeah,
Hmm.
You have
esports.
esports, and I think those are
Yeah.
sports. That's a
Yeah,
physical exertion, and
that's
people train and
true.
compete on.
Like it's a skill you have to kind of master. Oh boy, everything's a sport.
It's
like
a very
think about. I feel
interesting.
like you could literally look Google like dishwashing sport, and like there's a competition out there for how fast people wash dishes. I guarantee it. Like they do it for grocery shopping, like checking. Like at
So
the grocery
in
store, like
that
the fastest
sense,
checker.
It's just a competitive like
tag.
You train for something that's entertained and put on for people's like amusement. Like that's what he just read, right?
Yeah.
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 Now
As
it's
long
every
as it's
sport
competitive, yeah.
competitive. Dishwashing, man.
Dishwashing.
I mean, it's interesting because that's why the Olympics is like brings on new sports every year and then removes them after a certain dancer embarrasses a whole nation.
What are you talking
Um,
about?
no.
Australia represent.
So I think Trevor has a good point though about how like there can be a big range of what a sport is considered. I don't know. I was just curious what your guys' thoughts on what a sport is, because I know that one that I heard when I was younger and growing up was, "Oh, golf's not a sport." We always had this one person on our team who played golf as well and like did better in golf than on the soccer team or the volleyball team, and he like stopped playing soccer for one season because he was doing better in his
Golfing.
golf career. And we were all like, "What are you doing? Like that's not a sport." But
so you were on
man.
that bandwagon too.
I mean, after going to the driving range and Topgolf, I'm like, oh my gosh, like,
Golf is a
Yeah.
sport.
That's
I
a
hurt my
sport.
shoulder.
Like,
It is
you're not just
reading
putting
the
the whole way down
wind.
the 100 yards.
Unless you want to get like 100 little points.
That's a
Well, me, it'd
pterodactyl.
be hitting the
Yeah.
puck down the field, but
Yeah, puck.
How can sports be beneficial?
Oh, so many ways, I feel like.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, for one, I think it's just getting you up and doing something, which is just great for your body, for your brain, mental health. Just get up, go do something. It doesn't have to be like, I mean, like it doesn't have to be, in my opinion,
you don't
like
have to train for the Olympics every
soccer.
single
Yeah.
time.
But like in a basic sense.
Get the body moving.
So yes, it's
be
active motion. Yeah.
Well, like, and it does good things, like releases, I believe, like endorphins, like
Mhm.
some chemical magic happens when you're up and doing something of a sort.
A lot of times it gets you outside for some vitamin D. So there's like those kind of
True.
Mhm.
Some sports are social gatherings,
Yeah.
you know, kind of get that. They push yourself if it is competitive and supposed to be. So
Yeah.
they push yourself to be a better you.
It teaches you how to win and lose, I feel like.
Mhm.
Yes.
That's why I think solo sports are incredibly strong and important. And I know we're going to talk about kids too, because it like a lot of people like Danny, when you're on a team, if it's like an esport or even non-esport, like they will look for other people to blame. But if it's a
Ugh.
solo sport, you have
Wait,
only
I've
yourself to
never
blame.
thought about that.
So like wrestling is a very good example of this, right? It's you versus one other person. You have no one to blame but yourself if you lose. So I think those
And the
kind of
refs.
solo. Well,
Yeah.
okay. Yes, Danny. Of course, Danny
They'll
finds a
find
way
someone.
to blame someone else. Wow. But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I've never thought of that before. I've always just thought of the benefits of a team because I guess I never got to do that. So I was like, oh, I'm missing out.
Benefits of a team are
But-
hard because what if you have a team? And, you know, I grew up in a pretty small school, so like we had team members on soccer in high school that should probably not have been on the team. They were not good soccer players, but you're on a team, so you almost have to be stronger than them. Like, I mean,
Right, you have
we
to
didn't have a
carry.
junior and varsity. We had one team, right?
Mm,
So we had whoever we could scrounge up, and we would practice and get better. But like, there were definitely like freshmen on the team that were like didn't know what they were doing.
right. But I also feel like that's good because it teaches you how to, like, I don't know, be patient, I guess.
It does.
Yeah.
Like, it teaches you patience, but it also teaches like and you how to teach other people. But
Yeah,
it's
leadership, teamwork.
also weighs you down in the sense that now you have to, if you're a leader on that team, have to pick up their slack. Now, instead of just watching all of defense, I have to watch his man and my man, like technically, right? So
Sounds like you just pick people off the street. Like, come on, we need people. Just gotta scrap
shove
I
it into a
grew up.
van.
That's
It's like
what
a
it
full
was.
adult, just
It's like the Gus Bus movie where it's like I'm fourth grade and he has got like a little hand drawn. It's a, what is that movie called?
Ooh.
No,
I don't know.
The baseball
no,
one.
what you're
I
talking
know.
about.
The
the
Sandlot?
baseball one. No, the baseball one where it's got like the girl, the guy.
Uh-huh.
The movie with the guy and the girl.
It's
Oh,
I know
yeah.
that
like
one.
it's like the kids are like wanting to play baseball, but there's bullies on there, so like he becomes like a coach,
There's
and they like
bullies on there.
there's like a millionaire in the movie, and he's got like Darth Vader, and they have play hot potato.
Does this have
What?
Eminem?
No,
8 Mile?
It's not 8 Mile. Let me look at
Oh man.
I can't.
All we have is Sandlot and 8 Mile.
Yep, those are my only
Too
two
bad.
pop culture
bench
references.
warmers.
Oh,
Bench
I have heard of that. I've
warmers.
never
I've
seen
heard
it,
of it,
but
yes.
it
8
sounds.
Mile.
There's so many ways you could have described that movie.
Oh my
Rob
goodness.
Schneider.
Yeah, I couldn't
Well,
think of his name.
No.
cool.
I think that those are all very good answers. Now I also want to hear the flip side of the coin. what are some detriments to playing sports? What are some downsides to playing sports?
I mean, injuries, obviously. Like you can
True.
physically hurt your body. I tore my thigh. Kennedy tore muscles in soccer, and
They can be expensive.
expensive.
For sure.
They can hinder relationships with people if they have higher expectations, like parents, for example, of you.
Are you speaking from personal experience?
Not necessarily that, no. But you know, like I think it's difficult to juggle work-life balance with soccer sometimes. For example, when we were in college, like it was difficult doing soccer, social, school, and working, because even though we had a little scholarship, wasn't enough to pay for it. So like, unfortunately, you can't always make time for it, even if it is a passion.
Yeah, that's a good point. Time, like, it takes up a lot of time, and especially when you're a kid, like, I remember there were hearing about the legends about like kids having to like wake up really early before school, stay after school. It's like you still have to do a bunch of homework, you still have to like live your life. Like I remember like knowing people who were really into sports and being like, that's kind of a lot. Like, is that even worth it?
It's a big commitment.
Yeah.
What are your downsides, Danny? You're asking the questions, but share.
I don't know. I think sports has a lot of upsides, but I do think that in general, sports can be a prime place for bullying.
Yeah.
Like if you happen to be a freshman brought to the team, and then your one of your leaders on the team is not very patient and is tired of picking up all your slack, and then maybe you get frustrated, you bully you. I think sometimes, obviously with anything social, but with sports, you can be easily susceptible to like bad influences because you may look up to someone because they're super talented as a sports like player, but it does not mean that you should strive to be like who they are outside of the sport. And you guys mentioned time and money. I think in addition, though, I think sports can also be a big, almost like it's similar to the time sink, but like almost like an idol, like where you solely focus on it,
like your identity
over school, over grades, like, but like you may have the time to do it, but you only care about sports to the point like that's what you really put all of your effort into, even though you have the time to do other stuff.
You bring up a good point around the bullying, because I think that's something I know got fixed in my school by the time I was a senior. But the bullying, I think, has definitely gotten better in our world, because I need cyberbullying now, sure, but like hazing is like a forbidden word now. But like when I was in high school, hazing was like part of life. You had to just put up with that crap from the older people, and the school didn't care. Obviously, by the time I was a senior, I did actually, I kind of made sure that didn't happen anymore, and it just kind of fell away. But like, it was very different from the time I was a freshman to the time I was a senior. And so I think that's one good thing that's has progressed in the positive, at least in my old school. So I don't know.
Yeah. Sports can also be really political. Like, it's not always about being the best athlete. It's
true.
A lot of times it's about who you know and the relationships. Like, it's just so annoying.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say from my experience with dance, there were a lot of things that, like, I would not put my daughter in dance, to be honest, beyond a couple, maybe like 1 year. Just because it's really hard on your body, like more, I would say, than like, I don't know, obviously like team sports can be really hard on your body, but you're kind of like actively encouraged to push beyond pain and like discomfort and what feels good for your body.
Wow.
And it's almost like, especially like in ballet, there's like this like toughness, like if it hurts, it's almost like a good thing. Like it should hurt, like it's supposed to hurt kind of thing. Which like obviously it's supposed to hurt in the sense that like your muscles are like sore or whatever, but like I remember being like pushing through injuries and stuff because it's like just what you do.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
and then yeah, not to mention just like, especially just growing up in that, dance is a very like aesthetic thing, and so like it's not only what you can do, it's what you look like doing it. That's the whole point of the thing. And so like that can be really like weird when you're growing up, going like through changes like in your body and stuff, and like growing up through that is like just strange, and it plays tricks on your brain. And so I
Wow.
don't think it's like the healthiest thing. At least for me it wasn't. I think maybe some people are fine, but yeah, for me it wasn't, and I didn't really know how to like say that. So, and I didn't know that that was like not normal. And yeah, so you're just very encouraged to like, yeah, look a certain way, and that's not always healthy. So, and like,
No.
yeah, health is not like the main point of it.
Wow.
So
Is that just now? Did you try a bunch of different dance studios? Could that just be the unfortunate reality of what you was in, or is this like a global thing?
honestly, if it depends. I mean, I'm sure there's some that are, especially now, much better. Um, but yeah, I think it was my studio. But I also think at the time, like, if you wanted to be good and you wanted to win, you did kind of have to look a certain way, or like, yeah, kind of have to look a certain way. And like,
That
especially in ballroom too, like that was like in ballroom dance, you're literally like judged. Like there's a category for like how you look, like presenting wise, like your costume, like your like just how you look. You have to get a spray tan, like it's like crazy. So, and that's part of your score. So, it's not necessarily like body type or anything, but it's kind of implied a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
That's so
because it's all
weird.
about hitting those like lines and like those, marks and stuff. And yeah, it's just interesting. So, but I do like have a big love and respect for it, and like I did love it at the like growing up, but I don't think it was overall a net positive for me personally. So, yeah. Plus
Wow.
it's so expensive. Those ballroom outfits are literally like thousands of dollars. It's crazy.
Ugh.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And do you wear them for just like one competition?
No, for the luckily, so for ballroom, like it's so funny because you'll start to like go to the different competitions and you'll recognize people based on their costume because everyone wears the same one for a while. But yeah, it's funny. Like you can be like, oh, like they got a new costume. Like it's like exciting when someone upgrades. But yeah, you can wear it
Wow.
over and over, which is great. But they're still definitely an investment for sure.
Wow. Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah. Anyway, those are my drawbacks for that specifically.
Between playing and watching, so we can also talk about watching as well. Because it's not only just about your personal playing experience, but how has sports in general changed your identity? Because I know a lot of people, like, I mean, you'll hear the stories of like, oh, I did this back in college, I was this and this, or they'll put their identity onto their own kids because they wanted to do this or they can see this. So how has sports affected your identity?
What is going on with you, Trevor?
Did that
You
come
were
through?
making
Yes.
everything is coming through. You are making
Sorry,
so
I'm
much
very fidgety tonight.
noise.
I'm gonna say right now, my identity's never changed regardless. I'm a freak at all times.
Okay.
Okay.
So you mean your identity in the sense of like your personality? Like
I don't know. Yeah, what do you mean by that? 'Cause,
regarding
yeah, I don't.
sports?
Yeah, I'm not gonna project it on anyone. I'm just Trevor. I'm just weird all around.
I
don't think sports
think
changed me at all.
I think for me it really taught me structure and responsibility.
That's good.
Because yeah, I had to juggle a lot. Like Trevor said earlier, work, school, sports. Like it was up to me when I was able to drive to get to my practices, and I was also playing for a school that was like an hour and a half away, one way.
Dang.
So, I just kind of had to grow up a little bit. So,
See, I disagree because like you get asked in interviews like, what is your team background? Like how do you work well on a team? And I'm like, I don't think soccer helped me work well on a team at all. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't use it. Like I still used it in interviews, but like I don't like. I wouldn't say being a soccer player helped me in team oriented stuff, anyways, because of how political it is. I guess Kevin brought that up, which I think is a very strong point.
Yeah. No, that's a good
Like
point.
you do have to work together as a team to win, sure, but like you kind of all want to win. Like how do you work together in a team that people don't want to win on?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I was thinking though in the team sense, because I've been on a lot of teams where I haven't liked a lot of the players on it, but in the game that like the personal stuff can't matter. Like you have to work together to win. So it does teach you or can teach you to separate personal feelings to just we got to get the job done. Like let's just let's just focus on it.
It's a skill for sure.
I think for me specifically, I also coming from a perspective of being a coach. And I think being a coach of a sport is definitely different. It teaches you patience. It definitely teaches you similar time management, responsibilities, but I think patience and compassion maybe are like the big ones, especially if if you have some players that are not as good and you have to train them up and coach them to be better.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing, honestly, going from being a player to being a coach is just like learning to not be toxic. If that makes sense. Like it's easy to, and I'm sure, I mean, coaches or what do you call a dance, like an instructor or
teacher.
Like it's easy to like, as a coach, it's easy to want to win and put like the group needs over someone's specific needs. So it's an interesting balance of like, again, like, oh, should I take this player out if they're exhausted or tired or could get injured, or maybe they're not feeling so good that day, or just like a bunch of different like perspectives that are different than when you're just a player, right? Yeah, it's interesting. So I think that definitely taught me to be more, I guess, just aware of, not only just being a player and just like selfish needs. It's like, oh, just get the win. That's like, but that is sometimes what a lot of coaches do.
Yeah.
And that's why, certain toxic things come out, or, if you're getting paid based off of your winnings, of course, you're going to want to eke out as much of the money from the players as you can,
It's true.
You mentioned patience a lot. You're telling me you got all your patience from sports and coaching?
I think it definitely, I mean, me personally, being super frustrated when I see something that I could have personally done myself is really frustrating. And I always wanted to be like, oh, if I just jump in there and just show them how to do it or do it myself, but like it is something that, it does teach you where you have to like, you have to teach someone how to do what you can do yourself already. Sports is interesting because it's, I think it's easier to teach someone a skill specifically, but when someone isn't physically there yet, you have to almost condition them and teach them at the same time is way harder. And I think that some people get frustrated really easily when they're trying to, when they can understand the skill, but they can't do it because they're just not there, right?
Yeah.
Frustrating. Yeah.
So that's just literal patience where you just need to be like, listen, just keep working at it and you'll get it eventually, Like you're not doing anything wrong except for just like not being strong enough, fast enough, etc.
Yeah. Dang.
So thinking about everything, right? Between like your kids in the future, playing, watching sports. If you had to group sports in a big package, would you say you like sports more for competition or for connection?
Can I do discipline?
I want to teach them a lesson.
Teach them how to do.
But like, what side of it are you on more? Are you on more of like you watch sports for the connection with other people. Like you watch it to be like part of a community. You play sports to like be like more friends, or are you in there to win like every time? Like are you
My
there
brain
to
Interesting.
beat
went
others?
towards the kids immediately. So like this is like a
connection.
huge. So like younger age connection,
Yeah.
older age is probably competition. For me, watching competition, I don't need to know the social background of every player out there or anything like that. Me playing personally right now is going to be exercise and competition. Like if I see people there,
competition for
yeah,
now.
like exercise and
Interesting.
competition. Like if there's people there I know, which I probably do, but like it's more like just it would be like just hellos, like, oh, good to see you. I haven't seen you in like 15 years.
Teacher, listen.
Yeah.
Hello, nice to see you.
I'm here to
I'm gonna
discipline you.
And
Oh, yeah.
So I hope that answers the
So like you would
question.
prefer to watch a game by yourself versus watching it for like a watch party or something.
Esports, 100%. I'd rather watch that by myself. Hockey, I like watching with my kiddos or like when someone else is there. Yeah. Or any other sports, any other people there. I don't watch any other sports unless it's at like a bar and then it's just on
Yeah.
a sports bar. I'm not a huge sports watcher. That kind of hit me in a sensitive location. I was not wearing my cup for this episode.
You should have been.
Oh my
I
gosh,
should've
you
been.
didn't come prepared. Oh,
I did not.
Kenny, you were
man.
gonna say something?
No, I think I agree with Trevor. Definitely, I think it's a good foundation for connection, and then it teaches some core values. And then I would never force my kid to stay in sports if they start like once they start growing up, and then like, yeah, it's not really my thing. Because then, like when you get older, it does just I think naturally kind of transition into being more about the competition. Like you're winning your tournaments, you're traveling everywhere. Like you're not doing that when you're a bunch of, little 5-year-olds, but as you get older, then it like gets more serious. So it's like, I wouldn't deliberately force my kid to stay in a sport that they didn't want to play, because that is a huge commitment.
I think the caveat to that though is like they need to do something.
Yeah,
So
well,
they don't have to stay in that sport.
Yes.
But you do need to be out doing something. You're not going to stay at home on
Yes.
couch potatoing all day.
What about the
No.
lesson of like, don't quit? Because I've heard that before. Like some parents are like, oh, I'm
Mhm.
not gonna let you. Like you have to stick it out for like one more year, or something, or like till
Man.
the end of the year or whatever.
Gosh, yeah, that's tricky because it really depends. Because like for me, I got burnt out playing soccer,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't like continuing to keep playing it, and it just got to a point where I was like, oh my gosh, I'm just done. So I don't want that to happen to my kiddos. So
Right.
I don't know, especially like everyone is good at their own thing, and so if they're in a sport where
Yeah.
they're starting to fall behind, it's like say like give it another year. It's like
Right,
yeah, we
right.
could try something different.
Right.
It comes back to like, why are they quitting? Are they quitting
Yeah.
because they're getting bullied? Are they quitting because they're
No,
not
just because
enjoying
they're
it?
like, I'm just bored. I don't want to do it anymore.
Okay, then but that's a tough one, right?
I don't know. Maybe is
Come on,
that like
Mr.
a good
Discipline.
Like, especially if they're like in the middle of it, like what if it's the middle of the season and they're like, I hate it. Like, I don't want to do it. Like,
Okay.
I'm bored. I hate it. I just want to do other things.
I think I
Ooh, what
Kenny,
would
I
It's
would weigh the
tough.
pros and cons with them, and just I would have a conversation. I'd be happy they came to me with this problem at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah.
But I would weigh the pros and cons with them, and like this is what would happen if you do quit, and we are gonna have to do something else. So you'd have to talk to me about what we're gonna fill this time with, because you do need to be active and out and be part of
Yeah.
society or whatever you want to say. But if you stuck here and you came through here, you still have the potential of making this playoff meet, and these are your friends on the team. So I think it's just weighing the pros and cons. If they come to me and they're like, "Oh man, we're getting bullied," then I'm gonna obviously deal with that.
Yeah, that's different.
You know how I deal with it.
Yes. With
Yeah.
your fast
Yeah.
punch.
I think
My
if
loudest key
you
eye.
redirect the energy, don't just let them come home and just be a bum. Like,
Yeah.
because it's encouraging them to explore different things and find what they connect with, or discover something that they're good at.
Maybe it's a bad day for them, and so one way I've thought about
Exactly.
this in the future too is like, making sure I share with my kids, like when I have a bad day at work or something goes wrong, right? It's a part of life to have a bad day, but I'm like, okay, well, how am I going to do this tomorrow? And then have them help me through it to the next day. And that can maybe help with that. But I don't know if there's a perfect answer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a tough question.
Yeah, it's more of a parenting question than a sports question, but it is interesting.
What do you think, Sarah? Are you more of a competitive or connection?
I think obviously for playing, it's definitely more of a connection. Yeah, I don't know what you would call it for me, like dance wise. Like it's not really a connection. It's more like I guess expression or so that's in the third option. And then but watching sports is definitely more competitive. I don't know why.
Ooh.
It's so weird because like you wouldn't think that I would, but like if I actually commit to watching something, like I can get really annoyed if whoever I'm rooting for arbitrarily that day doesn't win. It like ruins my day.
I wish I could get into that, like into sports like that.
I mean, like
throwing
even
stuff
when
at
I
the
go to
TV.
like whatever, like medieval times, like if my knight doesn't win, have you guys ever been to medieval times?
Yes.
And now what you're talking about.
If my knight doesn't win, disaster.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
And that's all staged.
My knight did
Some
not
may
win.
say
Very
sports are
competitive.
staged, and I don't care. I still want my team to win.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Don't take her gambling. She's gonna be mad when she loses.
We're not leaving till I win.
yeah, that's not good. Yeah,
I'm gonna beat it.
I definitely think it's for me, I think when I was younger it was connection, right? When you're a kid. You're like, oh, I'm just running around doing stuff. Like I'm just gonna make friends. And then you become more competitive. But it's interesting because I feel like now that I've started to, reach older years, I've started to go back towards connection. I think that like now it's like, sure, I'm so competitive, but like, am I gonna destroy my friends at volleyball just because I want to be competitive and tell them they're losers? No, I'd rather take it a little bit easy and still have a good time. I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah, like that was, I think, my favorite part about soccer was the scrimmages. So it's like the games at the end of practice that like you take your gear off and you're just playing to have fun. That's the best part about soccer. I would take that over winning any tournament or any game. Like, so that came down to connection. Like,
right.
Didn't matter who won, who lost. Like, rules kind of went out the window. It was just a bunch of goofballs on the field.
So fun.
My favorite was indoor, which was just a bunch of sometimes out of shape people just having fun. Like I don't know,
so wholesome.
It is. I would just had the best memories of the indoor, and even like some tournaments in indoor too. But it's just a different atmosphere. One, it's a lot less running, and I hate running. But like indoor was so cool for soccer. I loved it.
That's good times.
You're just all
there.
about punching, huh?
I don't punch in indoor.
No, he just runs people over.
I do.
We played adult league, which was co-ed. Yeah, he would just run me over like a train.
Sorted my dominance over here.
I guess so.
10 years later, here we are, madly in love.
Well, I appreciate you guys opening up about sports. And we
were talking about sports?
Yes, this whole time.
Oh,
we weren't aware, huh?
My bad.
But if any of you listeners have any interesting sports stories, sports terminology, or just tell us your favorite sports team, we'd love to hear it.
Yeah.
But anyways, just
I want to hear your worst sports story. Like, what's the most awkward thing that happened to you while you're at sports? That's what I want to hear.
From us
from
or
the
the people?
Listeners, but now I want to hear it from you guys.
Oh, does anyone have something right off the rip?
I don't know. Like, what do you mean?
Just like an embarrassing, awkward moment in sports.
I don't know.
It was always awkward when I'd kick the ball and the ref was in the way, and if it was a dude, just nail him square in the pelvic area.
Yeah,
and just kill the ref right in the middle of the game. It's like,
douche.
And then we had to wait.
I love that. You should do that on purpose, though.
No, there were some I would have liked to.
Danny, any awkward stories?
I mean, for me, high school, one of my last years, our setter for volleyball, which is like it's kind of like the main person that like everything revolves around. He had some like little bit of anger issues, and he once like middle of game just punched a hole in a wall, like just literally just like went out of the room, punched a hole in the wall, came back, and we were like, okay, this
wasn't you. Just to be clear.
No, I was terrible at setting. But it was like wild. Like he would like all the time he'd like slam the floor and stuff. But I was just like we were just like,
oh my
no.
god,
that is not good.
Wow.
So that was a little awkward for sure for the rest of the game.
It's definitely awkward.
How do you recover from that? Like, you know, you're just like, we can't just ignore that. They have to fix that now.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Sierra,
I don't know. I can't think of any right now.
Okay. I'll look for your comment in the
I'll have to
description.
leave one below.
I do want to share real quick before you go, Trev. I don't even know how to phrase it. Essentially, during soccer practice, we were all running, and I was stuck behind a girl, and she had really bad BO, and it made me scared to stake. So it made me develop this obsession with deodorant.
Is that where it
I never
started?
think. Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
And
I
I
didn't
didn't have
know.
the heart to tell her, but she stank,
Oh
bro.
gosh, the
Oh,
origins. Wow.
Oh, now I have a fear of stinking.
Wow.
Alrighty, well now that we've heard everyone's worst stories, we'll sign off for the night because we've definitely been around the block in a couple times with sports.
Yes.
So thanks for listening, and we'll catch you guys later.
Bye.
Deuce.
Bye-bye.
Albatross. Hey everyone, Danny here. Thanks for sticking around till the end. Don't forget to give us a follow on all the socials and subscribe to our show wherever you get your podcast. See you on the flip side.